Good morning. Today we are making the burrito style flower towels. I was looking at my fabric and I found some bee fabric, and of course we live in the beehive state, and very simple to make, very fun, very cute, I think anyways. And so this is what you need. Wash your flower towels first. My favorite flower towels are from Sam's Club, and I get their commercial flower towels, and you get 12 of them for, I think it's like 13, 14 bucks. And they'll ship them to you for free because they don't have them at the store. And they're really, really good quality, and they work really well, and they remind me of what my grandmother used 100 years ago when I used to live by her in Wisconsin. So what you will need is 6 2.5 jelly rolls assorted, so 2.5 inch strips, or you can just cut it. I just cut it from all different bolts of fabric, just assorted colors that go together. You will need, I'm using, this is a 3-inch lace, and this is a different lace that I happen to have on hand, and I just thought it looked cute. You can use either or, but I really like the 3-inch. I think it's pretty. You need a 4-inch strip of fabric for your 1-inch prairie point, and we have 20% off this till next Wednesday. Fray check, 28mm rotary cutter for your ruler, because that's what I have it made for. Okay, then you need to measure across how wide your towel is, and mine is 29 inches, so when you do this, you want to make sure you have 30. So you do your 6 across, you fold it in half. I've got to put glasses on. Do a line, and then I'm going to cut this in half. Make sure you comment. Today we're giving away $5 on an order. Like, subscribe, the usual. Okay, so then I'm going to put these together. Let me do this. 1/4 inch seam. I did change my needle. I have an 80. Got a new bobbin just in case. Let me move this over here so it's out of your way. And if you make 2 of these, you can make 2 of these. 6, you can make 3 tea towels. I just keep making them, and I cut a whole bunch of stuff because I really like the bee fabric. Being from the beehive state, I think it's cute. I probably should have done Easter. But that's for another time. When is Easter anyways?
The 31st.
31st of
March.
March? Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, the years go by. When you get older. I remember as a kid it went so slow, and now when you get old it just goes fast. Let's do the 1/4 inch seam all the way down. And just open up the seam, and then you're going to fold it in half and cut it again. Make sure I got that on. Yuppie do, I do. The weather has been so springy. It was hysterical. Lindsay calls me and said, I bought a plant from Costco. Do you ever get the urge to plant a plant outside? Because she's never seen me plant a plant. I grew up on a farm, honey. No, I never look at a plant and think, oh boy, I need to go home and plant a plant. I was so forced to do stuff out in Wisconsin with bugs, snakes.
I got 3 planters, not just one.
She got 3. Nope, nope, nope. I never, ever get the urge to go plant something. It just makes me think of humid, hot, bugs, snakes. Ugh. Cow poop, chicken poop. I thought it was so cute because she's never seen me plant a plant in my entire life. I don't think, have you?
Mm-mm.
I haven't either. Oh, heck. And that's what Brian likes to do. He likes plants and he likes all that stuff. And because it feels like spring here and I'm going, no, that would be a big negative. I like to cook. I like to sew. I like to knit. I like to crochet. That's more my gig. I'm not a... I wish I was. But it's not my thing I love to do. But I thought it was so cute when she asked me that. I was like, no. That would be a definite negative. I'm going to cut this again in half. This is a cute, like, housewarming gift. Give it with a loaf of bread or just give this. I think it's just cute. The colors of their kitchen or whatever. And this should be approximately 10.5 inches wide when you're done. And I'll measure it. Oh, I'm glad I didn't cut on my thingy. Ten and a half inches wide. Let's put this together. When I sew another seam, I can put this down. Just open up the seam. Well, that little cutter thing didn't work so hot, did it? just open it up once again. Now I need to cut it because the towel is 29 inches. I need to make it 30. Let me cut this 30 inches across. You have a 1/2 inch on each side. And here is my towel that's ironed. And let me cut this 30. And I put it over here, my rotary cutter. And where did I put it? There it is. I don't know about you guys, but I lose stuff a lot. I remember one time I couldn't find my scissors, so I decided to put it on a thing on a retracting thing. And I let it go, and the scissors hit me in the eye, and I'm thinking, blindness by stupidity. And I thought, well, that's the last time I do that. It was pretty dumb. So then I'm going to take this and find the end. And I kind of grabbed from the wrong spot on this thing the other day. So there's the end. I'm going to put this all the way across on the top. Make sure I got the right side. And I'm going to put it on before I put it on the towel, so I don't have to deal with it. Just make my life easier. I always just like to make life easy. And this is a 3-inch. You could use any lace your heart desires. It doesn't matter. Whatever you have on hand. Use 1, 2, 3. I just happen to have a whole bunch of this. Lots and lots of this. One of Brian's patients' mom used to do a lot of dolls and stuff like that. So I went to her house and she was selling a bunch of lace. So I just happened to buy this. And I really like it. Put this over here. And I'm going to stitch this like with 1/8 of an inch. All the way across. Sewing the lace on. My grandmother was the yard person. She loved her yard work. Okay, this is the right side's up. I'm undoing the side that's got the folded edge. And then I'm going to put it across and leave a little on each side, like a 1/2 an inch. Just approximate. It'll be fine. And I'm going to sew it right underneath the folded edge. Hair clippies have so many uses. They're amazing. I have to say, they're absolutely amazing. It always helps when you have like 10,000 of them too. From many years of doing hair. Because when you're, hair shampoo set days, you used to do the little curls. I don't know if everybody remembers that, but I certainly do. The little dippy-doo curls on the side. That was before your time, Lindsay. We need to put it over just a little bit more. I'm too far. I've been asked to do a lot of things. One lady had me put lights in her hair for New Year's Eve. I remember that. That's before they had battery operated stuff. She had us run a line and she had to stand in one spot New Year's Eve all night. Oh, heck. I thought it was funny. I thought it was quite cute. She had a whole lot of hair, so you could put a lot of lights. She lit up like a Christmas tree. It was pretty funny. Oh my. What's interesting is Lindsay's favorite smell is perm solution and bread. When she smells perm solution, it smells like home.
Kind of a gross combination.
Kind of a gross combination, but it reminds her of home. Okay, now what I'm going to do is do it like a 1/4 inch, and I'm going to leave a little, or less, a little less than a 1/4. I'm going to leave a little so I can fold it in. Maybe like a little 1/4 inch from the end. On my to-do list is I have to go through my clothes and get rid of a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh, it's like, you know how you just get to the point that you have so much stuff that you've accumulated? That's kind of where I'm at right now. And it's like, dang, I need to go through these clothes and get rid of what I'll never wear again. And I keep thinking, I should get rid of my fatter clothes. What if I gain weight again? Because I've been up and down all my life. I think, who knows? I've been like a yo-yo. Okay, so then you want to go like the opposite side. And you roll it up. And you bring this up to where the other side is. I've been known to go blank on this. But I did not yesterday, so I was glad. And of course, you don't want this to get in at the bottom of the towel. Just want to keep it all down there. I'm trying to make lists of things I need to do in the house. And then I end up crocheting or sewing. Lindsay's really good at it. She's, her house is so organized. Oh my gosh, you'd see her spices. She went and took her silhouette. She's got them all organized. She puts her mother to shame, that's for sure. I used to be nuttier. I'm not as nutty. I think you just get tired, you know? And then you just go like a 1/4 inch in from the end again. And I'm going to go about a 1/2 inch down. Just sew the 1/2 inch all the way across and just make sure you stop. I gotta talk to myself. About a 1/4 inch from the end, because otherwise I'll make a mistake. If I sew and I don't pay attention, because I'm not. It's kind of like when you watch a movie when you're sewing. Just keep going. I watch the same thing over and over. Okay, back it up. Make sure this is on. Cut the threads. And then you just pull it through. This is the fun part. Takes a moment, eh? So $5 off and 20% off the 1-inch Prairie Point ruler until next Wednesday.
And $5 off for the winner.
To the winner of today's person who wins the. do is iron it. Make sure this gets down, because you're going to stitch over it before you put on the bling. Turn it the other way, make sure that it's down. Now, let me fold the sides in. That's why I left a little space there. Fold the sides in. Make sure that's even. Yep, it looks pretty darn even. Let me do the other side. So it's nice and neat. That looks really, really good. So when you top stitch it, looks nice. And I'm going to change the stitch length to 3.5. And I'm going to top stitch it. Starting down at the bottom here, just on the edge. Hold that down before I put on the blade. Up and cut the threads. And then to do the 1 inch, you need a 4-inch strip of fabric. Let's move this over here. Use your 1-inch prairie point ruler, 28mm rotary cutter. It's made with 28mm. You cut upper and lower slots. You always make the folds going the same direction. And you glue it and you put it the opposite direction. And then use fray check on all the cuts. And that's how you do the prairie point rickrack. So to do, I've got it all done. All I've got to do is put it on. And one edge of it I've already finished the edge, and then I'll show you how to finish the other edge. And I fray checked every corner so it doesn't get all icky when you wash it. So I'm going to glue it on. Just use the other glue. Just going to put it as I go along. Make sure I don't get the thing on the bottom. My little ironing mat. That's been known to happen a few times in my life. You pick it up and you pick the whole thing up and you're going, dang, what did I do? Let me see how far. Okay, so because it's up to here, I need to cut one extra off than where you want it to be. Then you open it up. Then you fold it over the flat edge where you're at. Then I'm going to iron it. Then I'm going to cut it. It looks like this. Right here. And then I'm going to glue it. A little more. Then I need a little fray check on the corner. And then you don't have any raw edges whatsoever. Oh, Joanne Fabrics, I heard, went bankrupt. Did you tell me that, Lynn? Mm-mm. Somebody did.
Yeah, they did. 2 days ago.
Yep. I don't remember who told me that.
After 81 years.
After 81 years, they went bankrupt. I was like, really? Are you kidding me? Is it chapter 11 or 7?
11.
So they can revamp themselves? That was sad. That's really sad. After 81 years. 81 years of being in business. That's really harsh.
Yeah. As it seeks to reorganize its finances.
Yep, that's a reorganization one.
850 stores in 49 states.
That's so sad. Very, very sad. Really sad. So then all you have to do is just sew along the edges. I'm using a 3.5 stitch length. A walking foot is preferred, or IDT, or whatever you want to call them. Yarn is where I always bought my yarn at Joann's or Hobby Lobby or online. A huge sale. Especially when Brian was in the nursing home, I bought a whole lot of it. You got to do something when you're sitting there in the hospital nursing home. Otherwise, you go a little mental. Well, I do. I can't just sit there nutcase. And does Lindsay want a flower towel? That's a big negative, girls.
I don't have any more room. My shelf is full.
She doesn't have any room. Oh, she's so funny, you guys.
If it doesn't fit, I don't add to it.
If it doesn't fit, she doesn't add to it. I gotta get that new theory. I should have thought that about fabric.
Have you ever used a decorative stitch while stitching those down?
What more time?
Have you ever used a decorative stitch while stitching those down?
Yes, I have. I had a 35-pound cat named Marley.
He's in your first videos.
It was in my first videos. And he, I don't know how he did it, but he would watch me sew and his head would go like this. He was the funniest cat. And I would talk to Marley and I'd say, okay, Mar, what stitch are we using today? And he was the chatty Cathiest cat. I think he'd go meow, 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 meow. So I would talk to him and say, okay, Mar, what stitch are we using today? And the one that he went the meow on is the one I would use. Because he was such a chatty cat. He was so cute. I love that cat. He thought he was a dog. Because I had so many dogs.
Yeah.
What, Linz?
He had like 6 brothers and sisters.
He had like 6 dog brothers and sisters. So when he'd come home, here they'd all come, and here's the cat come to the door like a dog. He was just the sweetest cat. I loved him. He was big, 35 pounds. It was very sad when he passed.
He was bigger than your dogs.
He was bigger than all my dogs, yes. Because I got really small dogs. And he was just, every morning he'd come up and tell me what happened during the night. You know, when I come downstairs, he'd say, oh, bottle, meow, meow, meow. And he lived in the sink in the bathroom. So when anybody'd come over, they couldn't wash their hands in the sink because he was in the sink. And he didn't know him, he'd hiss at him. I used to laugh. He was such a funny cat. Because that was his bed. I think it's because he was hot because he was such a big cat. I don't know.
You didn't take him in to be shaved.
Yeah, I take him in to be
space kitty.
Yeah, we take him in to be shaved. He looked like a space kitty. He's just a sweetie. I loved him. Yeah, I used decorative stitches on this. I've done anything you can think of, I think I've done. Mar was a good guy. I love that cat. I just love animals. Lindsay wants to get a cow.
Highland cow.
A Highland cow. A mini cow. I do do not want a cow because I picked up enough cow poop. But I did love it when I had to feed the calves with a big bottle. That actually was really fun. Because there's nothing cuter than a little calf and it's drinking out of a bottle. It was really cute. Very cute. Pigs are cute when they're little too. They're just
They
not.
scream.
One more
They
time.
make that screaming.
Yeah. Pigs are cute till they get big, and then they're big. Big. Lindsay's heater and her heater went out. She's been freezing. Get the new one on tomorrow, so she's all excited. About making this rec rack, you can match anything you have. That's what I like about it. I'm not so hot at going someplace. I'd rather just match it at home and get her done, you know? And voila, we have got a darling flower towel, burrito style. I just think it's really cute. Okay, the winner today gets $5 off an order, and you just Lindsay will send you the code, correct, to...
If they send an email.
If you send an email at quickpoints@gmail, and the winner today is Doreen Crespo, or Crespo. I think it's Crespo. Thank you for watching. God bless all of you. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I love you guys. God bless you.